back at Copper Mountain, starting the section off here, going to Winter Park or Grand Lake, Granby area. I was gonna I tried to start out super early this morning so I could go from here to Silverthorne in a day, but it's 5:30 p.m. because of parking and all the stuff. So just for the evening, I'm gonna hike up into the mountains, find a place to camp, and then hopefully tomorrow I can get into town. The trail goes right by a Wendy's. It's been really hot, and the red line from here over the 14er has a lot of avalanche danger, which is not ideal, even though I really want to go do the 14er. Might take the alternate, we'll see. Really close to the pass. You can see the trail goes right through there. But I don't really like this big slope right here that it goes across. And I've been like wumping a little bit and triggering. So I think I'm going to go down and then just boot pack, because you can see it's really thin right there. And so if I can just go from there up, should be significantly safer than just going across this. And it's like chances are kind of low, but forecast is super bad right now. I don't know, snow's kind of turned to garbage. It's been really hot over the last few days. Snow quality has kind of gone to shit. And it's done that thing where, like in northern New Mexico, where like being up high like this takes a ton of effort. Like even the snow up here kind of sucks. So the like fun to effort ratio is not as much fun anymore. And then another big thing is like the avalanche danger is now high again. And it's just not as much fun when you're always thinking about like, okay, can I go here? Can I go there? Blah, blah, blah. And there's just like this danger. Like I like a little bit of danger, you know, but I don't like big danger where it's like, okay, that could kill you. That could kill you. Like not as much fun. So we're back to like working, which is not great, but I don't know. I like being up here still. It's like beautiful. It was awesome. But with the avalanche danger, I might switch to a lower route. So I might not be up here for a little while, which is a bummer. So I'm going to try to enjoy it. Super thankful for the last section. Had a lot of good snow, a lot of good days. Super happy. I know it can't be like that all the time. And as we transition into spring, there's going to be some less favorable conditions. But thankful for what we had. Still going to try to have a good time. So I took the alternate for Silverthorne because the other route is avalanche danger and it's been really hot lately. And it's just really bad for like wet avalanches. And now the snow is like garbage. It's been hot for 5 days and the snow has warmed up all the way through the snowpack. So it's really hard for me to stay on top. If I pull some, I like just sink all the way down. There's no crust on top. I'm at 12,000 feet. And where I am particularly, it's pretty bare. And then also looking in the distance to the like route I would have taken, it's like somewhere in those mountains, pretty high up. And looking at them, it's like, oh, there's also no snow over there. Like, I think I actually could have been fine. So I'm a little bit bummed. There's Grays and Torreys right there. Barely any snow, and I was worried about like avalanche stuff, and it's like, okay, that would have been super easy. But yeah, so that's whew, this is insane. I thought I was gonna have like a good end of the day downhill, but it's like deep snow, and because of the heat the last few days, it's like so soft, and so I'm just sinking all the way. This is, I don't know, it's like knee deep, and it's just extreme work, and I'm going downhill. Like, this is insane. This is so bad. I think when people think about like, oh wow, you're like ski touring, that sounds miserable, like this might be the most miserable time so far. This is insane. I think the uphill will be kind of clear on the other side. Hopefully you can kind of see it over there. But like going uphill in this would be insane. I keep saying that. It would fucking suck. Yeah, I'm just trying to get down to the valley. I think it's like 300 more feet by darkness. And I'm like definitely going less than a mile an hour. Downhill. Yesterday, snow was difficult and not fun. I thought I would wake up early and hopefully some of it would like freeze and I could stay on top of it, but it didn't get cold enough, so I'm still like sinking in quite a bit. And I mean, you can only do so much before like 9 a.m. when the sun really starts to hit everything. And this section has so many blowdowns that it's like a jungle gym trying to get over things with my skis and stuff. Not fun. And I think part of it is like I'm a little bit regretful after seeing the red line in the distance, and it's like, oh, it looks clear, like I should have done that because I didn't want to skip like the 14ers and stuff. And so like kind of regretful, even though I know from 50 miles away it looks really clear, but when you get there it's probably still pretty bad. But this also fucking sucks and I don't want to do this. It's almost the perfect blowdown, you know? It's got like 3 trees horizontal, 2 diagonal. I had to go through right there, but it took a little bit of time. Beautiful, beautiful artwork by nature. Got another big climb coming up, like 2,000 feet. And it's afternoon, so the snow's gonna be shitty, and I knew that. And so going into it, I just took a break before the climb, had some lunch, sat down, tried to think positive thoughts so I could be happy going into it and just like accept it. And like 5 minutes in, I already hated myself, which sucks. But yeah, snow's super soft, going uphill. Not good, but also like I just like don't have the drive. Like yesterday and today, I just like don't have it, and I don't know if it's because like the snow sucks, so I'm just kind of bummed, so I don't have any motivation, or if there's like something else, but I don't know what it is. I don't have the grind with me right now. I hope I get it back. Made it to the top. Absolutely stunning, as usual. And then this is the direction I'm heading. It looks like there's not going to be a lot of snow on the trail, which is awesome, because I thought I was going to have to skip part of it because of avalanche danger, but like, hey, no snow, no worries. I'm going to just try to stay high as long as possible. There's no snow up here. It's easy when you're up here. Getting up here and getting down sucks. There's almost no water up here, so that's the main problem, but I'm going to try to figure that out, probably just by not drinking water. It's the easiest solution, but we'll see. Maybe I'll find some. In the tent at the end of another hard day. Snow was super soft, difficult, a lot of effort, but also I just like didn't have the energy or the motivation, and I don't know if it's because like the snow sucks, so I'm kind of bummed out, or if it's like something else, but it was like yesterday and today I just like didn't have it. And just got in the tent, took off my shoes. I think I figured out why. Absolute rookie mistake, for sure. In other big news, I fell and broke my arm today. Broke it clean off, which is a bummer. But I got some rope to hold these where they're supposed to be for now. So that's good. I know these aren't super fashionable. They're really functional. They block out all the peripheral lights. Your eyes can adjust and relax, and that's really nice. I have like 4 other pairs of sunglasses that I could be wearing, but none of them are this cool. So let's see, I might try some super glue. Last night when I was setting up my tent, it was like 40 degrees, and I think that's the lowest it got all night, which is not good because I was at 12,000 feet, so it's like none of the snow is freezing. And then it got really windy and I didn't sleep a lot, which is a bummer because I was already exhausted. And then remember yesterday I was like, oh yeah, it looks like there's no snow. It should be clear. We should be good to go. There's still like a lot of snow and still a lot of like avalanche stuff. And I don't know how I didn't see it, if it was just bad angle or what, but I don't know. I don't like it. I'm like wumping and stuff. And I think after this section, I think I'm gonna divert a little bit, go across the ridge, go down Winter Park. And then from there, I might road walk a little bit to avoid some of the high mountains. I don't know yet. It's hard because like, I don't know what to do. All right, so here's the trail ahead of me. Here's what I've learned so far. This down here, this section, fucking sucks. In the woods, deep snow, really soft, miserable. Up higher, where there's like no snow, significantly more pleasant. Love the view. It's a little bit windy, but it's fine. And so the trail goes down here to this pass and then up, and it's supposed to go over and back down, but I don't want to go to that side. So what I think I'm going to do is take the little alternate that just follows the ridge and then you reconnect over here, and then just follow the ridge even more, and it looks like it's all clear, which, like, I know the section I was just on, I thought that too, and there was a lot of snow and it sucked. But this one, I don't know, it looks good. And then at some point we drop into the woods. And it won't be great, but I think we lose elevation kind of fast and hopefully get out of the snow and go over to Grand Lake or Granby or something lake over there. I'm at Berthoud Pass. I hiked here today, but then I think I got here at like 2. And so I hitchhiked south, got the vehicle, drove it north to Granby, parked it, hitchhiked back, stopped at the store. So I'm enjoying a salad for dinner, but not just any salad, my favorite reduced salads. Sleeping in the warming hut up here at the top, kind of nice, but it's got a motion sensor light and there's like a bathroom here, and I don't know how many people are gonna be in and out tonight, we'll see. And it's also like 80 degrees in here. And so last night I did not sleep very well. It got super windy after I got in the tent and like barely slept, but in the morning I was like, you know what? Tonight I'll go to bed early, catch up on sleep. And it just feels like I've been doing that for like years now. And I should probably prioritize sleep more so I don't like get burnt out or anything. But it's just hard because like tonight I'm gonna set up in here and I'm like, oh, maybe I should wake up early when it's cold so I can travel across the snow better and get a good start to the day and get more miles in. And it's just like this repeating cycle. And it's hard to stop because I'm like trying to make miles, and it's really disappointing days like the last few days when it's like I try really hard all day and do like 10 miles, you know? And then it's like, okay, I feel like I'm falling behind. Like I have a deadline, I have to get there. So it's hard. I shouldn't cut out sleep, but it's like too easy to do, but I really shouldn't. I should sleep more and just accept that I can't go very fast in this shitty snow. So I've been having a really hard time recently. The snow's like really bad. It's just like so mushy, so much effort, and so much effort to the point where it's not fun anymore. And so I was thinking about just like skiing down to the road and road walking for a while, just so I don't have to deal with the snow. Because in my mind, I'm like, that would be more fun than skiing right now. But I decided to stay on the red line because the ridge looked clear from a distance, and I've fallen for that one before. But I get up here this morning and I see this and I'm like, oh shit, you know, how can you see that and not be having a good time? And so it's like, okay, I guess I'm excited to be here. I guess I'm happy again. But look at it, just look at it one more time. I kind of feel like that girl that's like treated really bad, and then as soon as the boy's like, wait, but baby, I'm sorry, I love you, she's like, okay. You know, I just had some like really bad days. And then the sunrise was awesome this morning, and we have like one good day, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy again. You can see this view. Got the mountains, right? And then also over here, that should be Denver down there, but it's cloudy in Denver right now, and we're just above the clouds. So it's like this awesome, awesome view. Stoked to have lunch up here. Looking back, you can see Grays and Torreys right there. The trail goes over there, and I walked around that part because I thought there was going to be a lot of snow, and I thought it was going to be really dangerous. And so instead of going that way, I went that way where there's significantly more snow, and it actually sucked really bad. But now we're here, and we're like on this ridge, and it's clear. I didn't know this like front range was just so clear, because now I'm going to follow this the rest of the day, and it looks clear the whole way until we drop down into there, and it might get sloppy again. But yeah, one good day and we're back on top. We're feeling great again. Happy to be out here again. All right, so today I think I woke up in that notch over there, the pass, and then went up to the ridge and went off trail and went over a few peaks. and then followed the ridge the rest of the way and was bare. Not a lot of snow. It was actually like a really nice walk, amazing sunrise, really cool view how it was like cloudy on that side, clear on this side. I had to carry the skis and the boots the whole way, but like totally fine. Very redeeming day. I don't hate myself anymore and I don't want to quit, so feel good. And now from here, I'm gonna go down this valley and into this area over here. And so that has a lot of snow. It's the end of the day right now. It's gonna be absolute slop. So I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna go down enough to like get water. And then try to wake up early tomorrow and do it while it's frozen. Because so far this elevation, like in the trees, has been absolute disaster. So hopefully it gets cold tonight, we get a good freeze, and I can like travel pretty fast in the morning at least. That's what I'm praying for. But we'll see what happens. All right, I woke up early, gone about 9 miles, and 10 o'clock, it's perfect because the snow is just getting soft. I'm starting to punch through, but I made it to the high point. And so from here, it's 2,000 feet downhill over the next few miles. And I think by the time we get to the bottom of that, there's gonna be no snow. So I traveled across the snow while it was hard, which is really nice. And then once we get to the bottom, I think it's gonna be pretty much snow-free. And it's like 20 miles to town. And I would like to do that today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Carrying the ski boots and the skis, I go a little bit slower. So gonna get pretty far and then maybe walk in tomorrow morning. This is Grand Lake. I'm hiking above it. And right there, you'll see a rain cloud. And I think you can see it advancing. It's like the lead of the wind. And if you look close, I doubt you can see it on camera. But you can like definitely see the rain falling. And so I think that just means like 2 minutes, minute and a half until I get rained on, which is exciting, but it's only one. First time getting rained on since New Mexico. It's only one rain cloud, so, oh, it's hit me. I'm feeling it. I guessed a minute and a half and I was off by like a minute and 28 seconds. But it's been pretty warm today, so this is kind of nice. I was thinking about jumping in that lake when I get down there. Came down to a lower elevation, like 8,300 feet, and it's a lot warmer down here and there's not as much snow and stuff. And I was hiking along, felt something on my face and grabbed it and I was like, ah! And it was a tick. And since then, where'd he go? This guy right here is number 18. So I've been finding a bunch of them. I'm gonna jump in this river and try to wash any off if I can. These are 23 and 24, 28, 29 right here. All right, headed up over a pass. It's definitely steep enough to avalanche, but it's early in the morning, so things are frozen. But it's still like, all right, what's the safest route? Do I go here? You can see the trail. The trail cuts right under that thing, and I don't know if it's, I don't think it's overhanging. I don't know how vertical it is from here. But I think the move is like over here. Just walk on the dry stuff, and then where the snow is like thin right there. And then maybe boot pack up. I don't know if I can go up and around, like the ground itself looks too steep there. So maybe right there. But we'll see when we get up there. Made it. I took the route I thought I was gonna take, coming up this way, like staying on that, and then, but just walking on the snow, it was solid. And with my boots, I could stay on top of it, which I think is like the first time in all of Colorado that I went that far without post-soling or anything. And so I thought it was gonna take like 45 minutes to get up here. I thought I was gonna be breaking through every step, and it took like 10 minutes. Yeah, super thankful for that. Easy uphill. good conditions. It didn't even like get that cold last night. I don't know why it froze so solid, but super thankful. Started coming down the other side of the pass immediately post-soling, deep post-soles. So thankful it was nice on the way. This is the trail on some steep stuff. You can see there was a little slide here. Not today, not just now, but at some point. Here's another one. Came from there. If you look a little bit further, there's another one, and then another one. And so the trail like kind of skirts right along the bottom of this, but you can definitely trigger an avalanche. Like if you're down here, you can trigger it up. So it's cool that these already went and I don't have to worry about it, but I'm like, just kind of stressed being in the area because there's other things that haven't slid yet. So not great. Still a little bit early, but trying to get through all this before it warms up. Recently, I've been talking a lot about the snow just kind of being garbage. And in short, it's like way up high at the top of the mountain. It's either clear and you can just walk, or the snow that is there is like frozen and pretty solid, and that's nice because you can move across it pretty easily. And then in the trees, it's a lot of snow and it's really mushy and it's like a lot of work, very hard to get through. And then below that, it gets patchy. It's a little bit easier, and it's annoying to like take your skis on and off, but you can sometimes just walk through it, or below that there's none and you just walk and it's nice. I just got done with another really hard day, mostly in that like middle zone, really mushy snow. Super effortful, super slow. Get down to the road, and I look at the section ahead of me, and it has a lot of mileage in that zone. And I just like don't really want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do for this next section is just walk the road around it, which isn't ideal, totally legal on the CDT. But if you would have asked me like before I started if I'd want to do that, it's like, no, obviously I'd want to be in the mountains. No one wants to road walk from Mexico to Canada. Like that seems dumb. But right now with the conditions, it doesn't seem fun to me. And also like my main goal of this whole thing is like have fun. If I'm not having fun, I'm going to quit and not feel bad about it. So I want to keep having a good time. Right now the road seems like it's going to be more fun to me, be a better time than going back into the mountains. And I'm ready just to like take the skis off and set them down and not carry everything for a little bit. And so I know I don't want to road walk forever. It's going to lose its novelty, but I just got to think of a few things like while I'm making the decision. I've definitely seen this before. Like when I'm through hiking, I'm usually like the happiest. And I've seen other people lose their happiness and they start making bad decisions. And like psychologists will say, humans are not good at making decisions that will make them happy in the future. You always think you are, but you're not. And so I've seen this before in other thru hikers where they stop having fun and then they start making these decisions. They're just like, oh, I'm just going to hike a lot more and get to town faster. And maybe that'll help me not be so burnt out. And it's like, no, if you're just hiking twice as much, you're still going to be really burnt out. Or they're like, yeah, I'm just going to hike later into the night and not sleep as much. And like things like that. And you see it and it's like not helpful. And so I just got to make sure like, is road walking really going to make me more happy right now? I think so, but we'll see in hindsight. Another thing is I'm usually not mile motivated. I'm always like smiles over miles, but it has been really demotivating when I work really hard all day and then check my phone and I'm like, how far did we go today? And it's like, oh, you went 9.6 miles, you know, like that doesn't feel good. Like I have this big goal and I'm trying to chip away at it, and like 9 or 10 miles is like not very much. So I think it will feel good for a day or two to like crush some miles. And that's not like the main, that shouldn't be like the main focus. But I'm just ready to like drop the stuff and just like hike for a little bit. I'm really excited about that. And I might hike into Washington on the road, which isn't ideal, but the first section in Washington is just hiking. It's lower elevation. It's going to be no skiing. It's going to be really nice to just walk for a little while. And hopefully by the time I hit the next set of mountains, everything will have frozen by then and conditions will be a lot better. But we'll see. Yeah. So for the next few days, I think I'm going to walk all the way to encampment, and let's try to do smiles and miles. You know, that's the goal. But that's kind of going to be the end of this section for the video, I think. And from Silverthorne to here, that middle zone in the mountains was all mushy, really shitty. I took one alternate, and I should not have. I should have taken the other because it was up higher and the ridge was clear and I could have walked more. I skipped Grays and Tories, which is like super disappointing because I thought it was going to be avalanche danger, but there's like no snow on it. So that was a bummer. Should have checked ahead of time, but I didn't really know how to do that unless I was like going to go hike it. Yeah, definitely the hardest section so far. It was beautiful. Saw the best sunrise for sure and saw 2 moose today. But yeah, another section down. Let's keep going. Wyoming's up next. Welcome to the van. One last thing before the end of the video. Every day when you're skinning, at the end of the day, you're supposed to take your skins off of your skis and then let them dry and stuff like that. And I have been getting lazy, so I have not been doing that. And I don't think I've taken the skins off my skis since Copper. There's been a few downhills, but nothing good enough that would make me be like, ooh, I really need to like ski down this. So they say if you don't take it off, the skis get super sticky. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think this is 8 days. Feels like an unboxing video. Comes off pretty easily. There's definitely some good pine needles and stuff from crawling over and under all the trees. Definitely way more of that than I would want on there. That's not great, not ideal. And then, ooh, that's not sticky, that's just dirt. A little bit of moisture in the middle. No stickiness. It's a myth. You don't need to take your skins off every day. Boom. Just learned something. Now I don't really have to worry about it. Before I was like, should I take those off? Now it's like, 8 days, no glue on the skis. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, got it on me though. We did it.